Then I saw an armed stout idolater pass through the Muslims and say, gather them up and combine them in the way that sheep are gathered and slaughtered. Similarly I saw an armed Muslim waiting for him. I walked towards them till I stood behind him. Comparing both of them, I found that the disbeliever was better than the other in arms and figure. I kept on watching them till they were engaged in single combat. The Muslim thrust at the disbeliever with his sword that went down his hip and split it into two. When the Muslim unveiled his face, he said, "What about that, Ka'b? I am Abu Duyana." Al-Bidayah wan Niyah 4:17. 2. Some Muslim women came to the battlefield when the fight was over. Anas said, I saw Aisha bint Abu Bakr, R. with Salam. Their garments were gathered up so I could see their anklets. They carried water bags on their shoulders and emptied them into the mouths of people. Sahih al-Bukhari 1403, 581. Then they would go back to fill them and come back to do the same. Umar said, Salit used to carry water bags to us on Uhud day. Ibid 1401. When Ayman, who was one of those Muslim women who saw the defeated Muslim fighters entering Medina, she started throwing dust at their faces rebukingly saying, Here is a spinning wheel, take it, and give up carrying swords. Then she raced to the battlefield. There she watered the wounded. Hibban bin al-Arqa shot an arrow at her, she fell down and her clothes were lifted up. Seeing that, the enemy of Allah burst into laughter. That sight upset the messenger of Allah, PBUH, so he gave Sa'd bin Abi Waqqas an arrow, lacking an arrowhead, and said, Shoot it. Sa'd shot it. It pierced the idolater's throat. He fell down and some parts of his body were revealed. The messenger of Allah, PBUH, then laughed so much that his molars could be seen. Sa'd avenged her and Allah responded to her supplication. As Seerat al-Halabiyah 222. As soon as the messenger of Allah, PBUH, reached the defile, Ali bin Abu Talib went out and filled his water container with water from Al-Miraz. Al-Miraz is said to be hollow, concaved rock containing plenty of water. It was also said that it is a water spring in Uhud mountain. Anyway, Ali brought that water to the messenger of Allah, PBUH, to drink. Finding that it smelt bad, he refused to drink it, but only washed the blood off his face and poured some of it over his head, saying, Allah's wrath is great on those who besmeared his messenger's face with blood. Ibn Hisham 285. Saul said, By Allah, I know who washed the wound of the messenger of Allah, PBUH, and who poured out water for him and what substances his wound was treated with. His daughter Fatima washed it, whereas Ali poured water out of the container. When Fatima realized that water increased the flow of blood, she took a piece of straw mat, burnt it a little,